Hey everyone, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I'm Ale. I go by Dapper Chef on Poshmark and eBay. I'm a full-time foodie, part-time reseller. So I know I've been a little MIA the past month and a half. We'll get to talking about that in a second. Uh, let's just do a quick little hello. How is everyone doing? How's your sales? Are you dealing with that quote-unquote summer slowdown? Mine have been adequate. Nothing too crazy. Usually a couple items a week I've been selling. I know like before you usually be able to get like maybe I used to get like 9 items a week. Now I'm maybe getting like 2 or 3 sales a week, which that's still steady. I haven't been thrifting as much. We'll get into talking about where I've been in a second. So today I just wanted to get back out and get my foot wet again. So I went to one Salvation Army and one Goodwill. I think average COGS was about 350, 365 or so. A lot of my stuff from Salvation Army was the half off color. So there's that little housekeeping get out of the way. So we'll talk about where I've been. So I kind of took a hiatus from posting videos, just dealing with some family stuff, dealing with cancer for my ma. Thank God she's better now. She's just finishing up the last few rounds of radiation. So we're getting ready for end of September to do a big, huge little celebration for her. So aside from the cancer part of things, I had some of my own medical problems going on as well, which I'm almost cleared up of those. So there's a bright side for that. Otherwise, besides those two things, I kind of got burnt out from selling. I feel like everyone else, that's normal for people to do a reseller burnout. For me, it was more about my mental health, which I know not a lot of people talk about as far as like the struggles, what you go through dealing with it. I know it's more common for women to talk about it. I know men don't talk about mental health as much as we should. So I'm here if anyone needs to reach out, if you want to talk to someone, or if you just need an ear to listen to, or if you're going through anything, it's always nice to have an extra hand or an extra ear to listen. So aside from that stuff, let's get into what I got. First guy was $7.99. These I got for myself. I'm hoping they're authentic. These are Adidas Calabasas. I think they're like the power phase. Somehow I think people have these linked to a Yeezys, Kanye Yeezys collab or something. I don't know if anyone's familiar with them. But these I got just based on style. They're kind of cool. I have seen these before. These have been on my list to pick up for myself. So I think everything else in here is to sell. First guy, $1.99 from Salvation Army. This I got perfect for the season. It's a little tie-dye, black cat, witchy, full moon, spell book. It is the Mountain from 2013. What I like about the Mountain shirts is there's usually that date down here, regardless if it's an old or new one. So this is 2013 for Lisa Parker, which I think certain artists have followings. So this is a size large, which I think I'm going to list it as more like a medium, a women's medium. So there's the Mountain again. If you're not familiar, certain prints are more desired, but pick it up regardless if you get it cheap. Next guy, these I got based just on material and kind of style. They're these 100% linen, wide, kind of like a baggy culotte maybe. I don't know if you consider these culotte or capri, little jogger pants thingamajigs. The brand is Pure Plus. They're size 2 vanity, which I think is like a 2X for them. So when I looked this company up, they do a lot of like plus size pieces, leg look pieces. So size 2, I think for them is like a larger, extra large maybe. Next guy, this is a really good bolo to look for. So originally it was $4.99. I got it just based on style until I found the brand. So the color blocking, I kind of knew it was going to be this brand, but I had to double check because you never know. It could be like one of those Shein brands or the Fashion Nova, which always gets me every time until I saw the buttons. So the buttons here, and then it is Simon Miller. which I think this I know this is like a diffusion line of his, but still, Simon Miller. Sometimes when you see this red and white tag, it could be Marnie, but Simon Miller. This is a size small. Next guy, $4.99. Just a pair of coated pull-on flare wide leg pants or leggings, whatever you want to say. These are frame, size 1. Now let me know what you guys think. Would you put these, what category would you put these under? Would you list these as leggings or just pull-on trousers or pants? I feel like just this color should do well. It's espresso, which is like a very faint brown. So hopefully the chocolate brown trend carries on into fall and winter this year. Next guy, $4.99. This is like a based on style. Just as men's. I think it's men's. A little short sleeve sweater with the embroidery on the embroidery on the left. So when I Google lens this, it showed up as a lot of like some fashion influencer guy person, I don't know, content creator. And it's Zara, size medium. Now let me know if you guys sell Zara. How do you tell if it's a men's or women's piece? Because I know the old Zara, you used to be able to tell right away because it said Zara Man, but nowadays I don't think they do the Zara Man line as much, or I just don't find it. But based on this tag, are you able to tell? Because it says the medium. I know if you go off of like what the Mexican sizing or the international sizing is, you can tell. But this could kind of be unisex. I know I mostly see it more in the pants, where I always get mixed up with. Next guy, $12.99, but again, this was a half off color too. Just these kind of paper baggy style, little V cut in the back, little wide leg, like a grayish purple color. These are women's rag and bone, size 8. Next guy, $4.99. This is technically a good bolo. I have not found their athletic wear before, which I didn't know they made athletic wear. So I don't know if this is a new logo for them or if it's a newer piece, but there's the logo for this. I don't know if it's for everything for them, but the brand is Ministry of Supply. So they make a lot of men's. I think they make women's too, but mostly I've sold the men's pieces. They do a lot of like minimum basic career pieces. So you'll see a lot of like solid colored button downs or shirts, t-shirts. They're meant to be a kind of like travel and tech travel clothes, as they call themselves. So those usually do adequate. So I'm curious to see how those shorts will do. Next piece, $3.99. Again, half off. This I got just based on style, and then I found the brand. So it's this very faint teal and white striped long sleeve sweatshirt. And it is 95% Tencel, which made me really pick it up. And it is Reformation jeans, size extra small. Next guy, $2.99. You might be able to tell who this is just based on the stripe. So all I saw that was sticking out in the bin, on a new bin coming out. So $2.99, and it's Claire V, CLARE V period. Now I don't know if it's the same brand as Claire Vivier or if it's just totally different brands, or maybe it's the same, they just call different lines different things. But still, this is a very nice little perforated kind of suede exterior, little zipper pull, leather zipper pull. The only real wear I noticed is just some few spots on this back, and just one of the leather tabs needs to be stitched back in. But otherwise, great shape. Inside is like very minimal wear inside. I like how it has that little denim chambray lining. Again, Claire V, so made in USA. Next guy, $12. These I think were only 25% off though. Usually their shoes are never on sale, but if you time it right, they usually are. So these nice kind of rubber jelly sandals with the buckles. You might know what these are a dupe of. I know the Gucci ones are really good, but these are still semi-decent, which I think I've only found one pair of shoes from them before, but it's Veronica Beard. These are size 10. So what I liked about these is they're kind of really great shape. There's really no transfer wear from other stuff. Usually you'll find a lot of rub wear in the leather or the patent leather, whatever you call it. Next guy, these are just a tried and true staple brand. They don't go for a lot, but they still sell. Unfortunately, there's just a little wear out on the outside. But these are Aquatalia, size 9.5. These were only $6.99 at Goodwill. Next guy, these I got for like, originally were $14, but I know I got them way less. I think they marked them all the way down to 75% off for me because of the damage. But they're these very kind of nice, dainty, very on trend, pointed toe, sling back, kitten heel, mesh, little lace, floral heels. And this is a newer label, a newer style from Stuart Weitzman, size 8. So made in Spain, size 8. So this shoe is really good. The only real problem was the other shoe. It's missing part of the strap, so the strap came off. So either, I think someone would have to do is just sew it back on. It looks like that's all you have to do. So they shouldn't do too bad. And then some of the glue is coming off on the corner, but they should still do decent. And then next guys, these I got based on style because I thought they were nice. You could always use a nice leather sneaker for coming into fall. Just this nice white with the tan soles. They're like a semi-chunky, and the brand is KMB, which made me look them up was because of the leather, and they said just hand quality and pride made in Spain. So when I look these up, people have these listed as like an Anthropology brand, which in Revolve. So we shall see how these do. These are at $37. Next is a fun pair of shoes. So you might be able to tell who these are if you're familiar with this logo. These are Rag & Bones, which I know the shoes and stuff. I feel like that's a brand that's kind of going out, but it still sells for me. These are the Ortholite sneakers. These are $37.50. These were like light new. The only real wear I think is just some transfer wear and rub wear from being in a bin. But still, you know, keywords you could use: preppy, minimalist, academia almost. Fall, perfect for this transitional weather. So there's all that. Good those guys. Next guy. This was $4.99. This I got for myself. Just 100% linen, made in USA. I think the brand is called New England Shirting Company or something, but I know it just says made in New England. So there's that guy for me. And these are some older style carpenter pants from Carhartt. If anyone's a good Carhartt person, feel free to let me know how to tell if they're vintage or not. I think they might be like a little older because they are made in Mexico. They're $36.30, which I think they might be a little too big, but I think if I belt them, they'll fit. Now, I don't know if how you guys feel about this thing when you see people say if you figure out if a pair of pants is going to fit you, you wrap around your neck, it should fit. So I did that, and I'm like, I don't know, because I feel like that stuff is like a wives' tale. For me, whenever I try to do that stuff, I find when I do that, the pants don't even fit. So, worst case scenario, if these don't fit me, I can always sell them. I could always either sell them myself or just bring them to buy, sell, trade. These would have been $7.99, but I think I had, these were color on sale too. So there's those. Then last is just these two cardigans. They were each $4.99. So what made me pick them up is they felt good quality. They felt like a wool blend. The only problem is there's no branding anywhere. It looks like they're cut out. So this tag, this is all I see. Bam. And let me know if you see if I'm just crazy and I don't see a logo or branding anywhere on the buttons. So there's that. Then the only thing I can tell, but maybe ground and grab them though, is because of the blend. This is all it was in. This is all that's still intact. So it says 55% wool, 45% cotton, right? And then extra large, made in Italy. That's all I can gather off of this. So what I'm thinking it could have been was a designer company's if you go to a designer like a Burberry or a Gucci and the employee uniforms, they usually cut out the after the employee leaves, they'll cut out the tags. That way, no, they can't sell it. So that's what I'm gonna guess. My thought is, looks like it could be something like, I don't know. This is all I can gather. I know we have such a big community, but if anyone might be able to tell based on that, let me know. Because I like these regardless. So if it is nobody, I'm just gonna keep them then. But that's about it as far as what I grabbed. So bam. Again, I'll show you the tag. Maybe you can decipher based on the writing. Yeah, made in Italy. That's all it is. Made in Italy. That's about it as far as I can see. I like it though because it has good darting in it. They feel perfect for the season. They're like a nice navy color. Yep. So that is everything I picked up today. Thank you guys so much for listening in. I will see you later.